Victoria, Crown Princess of Sweden, Duchess of Västergötland, is the eldest child and heir apparent of King Carl XVI Gustaf. If she ascends to the throne as expected, she will be Sweden's fourth queen regnant and the first since 1720. Early life. Victoria was born on 14 July 1977 at 21:45 CET at the Karolinska University Hospital in Solna, Stockholm County, Sweden, and is the oldest child of King Carl XVI Gustaf and Queen Sylvia. She is a member of the Royal House of Bernadotte. Born as a Princess of Sweden, she was designated Crown Princess in 1979 ahead of her younger brother. Her place as first in the line of succession formally went into effect on 1 January 1980 with the parliamentary change to the Act of Succession that introduced absolute primogeniture. Her given names honor various relatives. Her first name comes primarily from her great-great-grandmother, Victoria of Baden, the Queen Consort of Sweden as wife of King Gustaf.If, and her great-great-great-grandmother Victoria, Queen of the United Kingdom. Her other names honor her great-aunt Ingrid of Denmark, her maternal godmother, the Brazilian Alice Summerlath, and her ancestor Desiree Clary, the Queen Consort of Charles XIV John and a former fiancée of Napoleon I of France, as well as her paternal aunt and godmother, Princess Desiree. She was christened at the Royal Palace Church on 27 September 1977. Her godparents are King Harald V of Norway, her maternal uncle, Ralph Summerlath, Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands, and her aunt Princess Desiree Baroness Ilfverskiöld. The Crown Princess was confirmed in the summer of 1992 at Rappling Church on the island of Åland. Education. Victoria studied for a year at the Université Catholique de l'Ouest at Angers in France, and in the fall term of 1997 participated in a special program following the work of the Rukdag. From 1998 to 2000, Victoria resided in the United States, where she studied various subjects at Yale University, New Haven, Connecticut. In May 1999, she was an intern at the Swedish Embassy in Washington, D.C. Victoria completed a study program at the government offices in 2001. In 2003, Victoria's education continued with visits to Swedish businesses, a study and intern program in agriculture and forestry, as well as completion of the basic soldier training test WEDINT. In 2006, Victoria enrolled in the Ministry for Foreign Affairs diplomat program, running from September 2006 to June 2007. The program is a training program for young future diplomats and gives an insight to the ministry's work, Swedish foreign and security policies and Sweden's relations with the rest of the world. In June 2009, she graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree from Uppsala University. She speaks Swedish, English, French and German. Change in status. She was made Crown Princess and heir apparent on 1 January 1980 by the 1979 change to the Act of Succession of 1810. This constitutional reform meant that the throne would be inherited by the monarch's eldest child without regard to gender. King Carl XVI Gustaf objected to the reform after it occurred because he favored tradition. When she became heir, she also was made titular Duchess of Västergötland, one of the historical provinces of Sweden. Prior to this constitutional change, the heir apparent to the throne was her younger brother, the then Crown Prince Carl Philip, Duke of Värmland. He is now fourth in line to the throne, behind the Crown Princess's daughter and son. She is one of only 3 female heirs apparent in the world, the other 2 being her goddaughter Catharina Amalia, Princess of Orange, and Princess Elizabeth of Belgium. public life. Victoria's declaration of majority took place in the Hall of State at the Royal Palace of Stockholm on the 14th of July 1995. As of the day she turned 18, she became eligible to act as head of state when the king is not in country. Victoria made her first public speech on this occasion. Located on the dais in the background was the same silver throne on which her father was seated at his enthronement, in actual use from 1650 and up until this ceremony. As heir apparent to the throne, Victoria is a working member of the Swedish royal family with her own agenda of official engagements. Victoria attends the regular Advisory Council on Foreign Affairs and the Information Councils with government ministers headed by the king, and steps in as a temporary regent when needed. Victoria has made many official trips abroad as a representative of Sweden. Her first major official visit on her own was to Japan in 2001, where she promoted Swedish tourism, design, music, gastronomy and environmental sustainability during the Swedish-style event. The same year, Victoria also traveled to the west coast of the United States, where she participated in the celebrations of the Nobel Centenary. In 2002, she paid official visits to United States, Spain, Uganda, Ethiopia, and Kosovo, where she visited Camp Victoria. In 2003, she made official visits to Egypt and the United States. In early 2004, she paid an official visit to Saudi Arabia as a part of a large official business delegation from Sweden, and in October 2004, she traveled to Hungary. In January 2005, Victoria made a long official visit to Australia, promoting Swedish style and businesses, and in April she visited Bangladesh and Sri Lanka to follow aid work and become informed about the work in the aftermath of the tsunami. In April 2005, Victoria made an official visit to Japan, where she visited the Expo 2005 in Aichi, laid the foundation for a new IKEA store in Yokohama together with Princess Takamado, and met with Emperor Akihito, Empress Michiko, Crown Prince Naruhito and Sayuko Kuroda. In June 2005, Victoria traveled to Turkey on an official visit where she participated in the Swedish Business Seminar and Sweden Day celebrations in Ankara. During a historic visit, which was organized by the Swedish Embassy in Ankara and Swedish Trade Council in Istanbul, Victoria also visited the historic sites such as the Blue Mosque, Topkapi Palace and Hagia Sophia. This was the first official royal visit from Sweden to Turkey since 1934. In September 2005, she made an official visit to China. In March 2006, Victoria made an official visit to Brazil where she followed the Volvo Ocean Race and visited projects supported by the World Childhood Foundation, such as the Abrigo Reina Silvia. In December, she paid a 4-day official visit to Paris where she attended a French-Swedish soirée arranged by the Swedish Chamber of Commerce, the Swedish Trade Council and the Swedish Embassy, during which she also awarded the Prix d'Excellence 2006. The visit to Paris also included events with the Swedish Club in Paris, attendance at a church service in the Sophia Church, a study visit to the OECD headquarters and meetings with the Secretary-General José Angel Gurria, the Swedish ambassador to the OECD, Gun-Britt Andersson, and other senior officials. She also attended a gala dinner hosted by La Fondation pour l'Enfance at Versailles. State visits, in which she has participated in Sweden or Austria 1997, South Africa 1999, France 2000, Germany 2003, Jordan 2003, Latvia 2005, Malaysia 2005, Republic of Botswana 2006, China 2007, Brazil 2007, Bulgaria 2007, Serbia 2008, abroad Finland 1996, Belgium 2001, Finland 2003, Iceland 2004, Denmark 2007. She is a member of the Honorary Board of the International Paralympic Committee. In 2011, it was announced that Victoria would continue working throughout her pregnancy. In 2012, she took her maternity leave one day prior to the birth of her daughter Estelle, and her husband Daniel revealed that he would take his paternity leave and switch parental roles with Victoria when Estelle began preschool. The Crown Princess's household. Crown Princess Victoria was given her own household in October 2004. The Crown Princess's household is headed by the Marshal of the Court, and serves to coordinate the official engagements of the Crown Princess. The Crown Princess Victoria Fund. The Crown Princess Victoria's Fund was set up in 1997 and is run as a part of Radio Jalpen, the fundraising branch of Sveriges Television and Sveriges Radio. The fund's aim is to provide support for leisure and recreational activities for children and young people with functional disabilities or chronic illnesses. Applications can be addressed to the fund year-round, and the use of grants can cover everything from compensations to assistance at recreational trips to leisure activities such as horseback riding, skiing, wheelchair floorball camps and outings. Every summer, Sveriges Television carries out fundraising drives for the fund via messages on television. These are especially concentrated around the Swedish national holiday on the 6th of June and the Crown Princess's birthday, Victoria Dagen, on the 14th of July. On the Crown Princess's birthday, when a long televised entertainment program is aired from Borgholm where the people and the royal family celebrate Victoria, the public is also able to call in and donate money at the same time as they compete for prizes. The Crown Princess Victoria funds means mainly derived from donations by the public, but large companies such as Arla Foods, Swedbank and AB Svenska Returpack are constant sponsor partners. Additional support comes from the Association of Swedish Bakers and AMP confectioners, who every year arrange a National Princess Cake Week, during which the participating cafe and bakeries give 250 Swedish krona per sold princess pastry and 10 Swedish krona per sold princess cake to the fund. The result of this fundraising drive is usually presented to Victoria herself on her name day on the 12th of March every year. In 2007, the total amount was 200,000 Swedish krona. Congratulatory and memorial cards are also issued by Radio Jalpen benefiting the fund, a simple way to pay respects and do a good deed in one act. In 2006, the Crown Princess Victoria Fund raised a total of 5 million Swedish krona. Every year Victoria visits one of several clubs or projects that have been granted money. These visits are not announced via the official royal diary but kept private. Instead, Sveriges Television often accompanies her and airs short programs from these visits at some time during the year. Personal life. Victoria's first boyfriend was Daniel Collett. They socialized in the same circles, went to the same school and were already friends when the romance developed in the mid-1990s. When Victoria moved to the United States in 1998 to study and recover from her eating disorders, Collett moved with her across the Atlantic and settled in New York. In September 2000, Victoria's relationship with Collett was confirmed in an interview with her at Expo 2000, and later by then Director of the Press and Information Department at the Royal Court Elizabeth Taras Walbig. They broke up in 2001. In May 2002, Swedish newspaper Expressen reported that Victoria had a new boyfriend, her personal trainer at Master Training, Daniel Westling. When the news broke and the media turned its attention on him, it was obvious that he did not like being in the public eye. Once Westling was photographed crossing a street against a red light in order to avoid a camera. In July 2002, Victoria and Daniel Westling were pictured kissing for the first time at a birthday party for Caroline Kruger, a close friend of Victoria's. In a popular personal report called Trade Ahmed Victoria, which profiled her work during a 3-day period that aired on TV4 in December 2004, Victoria commented on criticism directed at Westling. Many unfair things are written. I understand that there is speculation, but someday justice will be done there too. Quote, Victoria also gave her opinion that happiness is important, and that these days it is not so much about background and pedigree but about two people who have to live with each other. She said that if they are not happy and comfortable with each other, it is impossible to do a good job. During her April 2005 visit to Expo 2005 in Nagakute, Victoria was interviewed by Mikio Yikuma of the Japanese newspaper Yomiuri Shimbun. Yikuma brought up the subject of royals marrying commoners, to which the princess responded, I think the general idea with the Swedes is that the modern way is to marry someone you love, not necessarily based on where she or he comes from. Though she did not mention Westling by name, Victoria did admit there is someone in my life, but that marriage was not on her mind then. The interview was conducted at the Swedish Embassy in Tokyo and published in the paper on the 18th of April 2005. Engagement. Swedish media often speculated about upcoming engagements and marriages for Victoria. On the 24th of February 2009, rumors that wedding plans were imminent became particularly intense, preceding an information council between the King and Prime Minister Fredrik Reinfeldt. Under the terms of the Swedish Act of Succession, the government, upon the request of the King, gives the final consent for a dynastic marriage of a prince or princess of Sweden. The prince or princess otherwise loses the right to the throne. Later that day, it was confirmed that permission had been granted and that Victoria would marry Daniel Westling in the summer of 2010. The wedding date was set in Stockholm Cathedral for the 19th of June 2010, the 34th anniversary of her parents' marriage. Her engagement ring features a solitaire round brilliant-cut diamond mounted on white gold. The wedding took place on the 19th of June 2010. More than 1,200 guests including royalty and ambassadors from various countries were invited to the wedding ceremony, which took place at Stockholm Cathedral. After the wedding, the newlyweds were driven through Stockholm in a coach and then rode in the antique royal barge Vasarodden to the royal palace, where the wedding banquet was held. On the evening before the wedding, there was a gala concert dedicated to the couple in the Stockholm Concert Hall. More than 500,000 Swedes waved with Swedish flags and cheered the couple in their cortege from the church to the castle. The popularity of the monarchy exploded after the wedding, and a SIFO showed that more than 70% of the Swedes supported the monarchy and only 16% wanted to abandon it. Following the wedding, the Crown Princess and Prince moved into Haga Palace. Prior to the wedding, the Crown Princess resided at Drottningholm Palace, Motherhood and Children. On the 17th of August 2011, the Swedish royal court announced that Crown Princess Victoria was pregnant and expecting the couple's first child in March 2012. On the 23rd of February 2012 at 4:26 CET, Victoria gave birth to Princess Estelle, Duchess of Västergötland, in the Karolinska University Hospital. Princess Estelle is second in line to the Swedish throne. On the 4th of September 2015, the royal court announced that Crown Princess Victoria was expecting her second child in March 2016. On the 2nd of March 2016, she gave birth to a son, Prince Oscar, Duke of Skane. Godchildren. The Crown Princess is often called the godmother of Europe, due to her numerous godchildren, many of whom will one day be rulers of the respective countries. The Crown Princess is godmother to Vivian Summerlath, Julius Summerlath, Prince Constantine Alexios of Greece and Denmark, Baroness Madeleine von Dinklage, Leopold Lundane Summerlath, Ian de Geer, Katharina Amalia, Princess of Orange, Ian Persson, Princess Ingrid Alexandra of Norway, Prince Christian of Denmark, Willem Dinkelspiel, Diana Agnes Astrid Engsel, Isabella Claure Nielsen, Princess Eleanor of Belgium, Princess Leonor, Duchesses of Gotland, Princess Katharina of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, Desiree Elfriede Christina Magnusson, Prince Alexander, Duke of Södermanland. Health. In 1996, it was established that Victoria suffered from anorexia. It was however not confirmed until the next year. Already at the time she was getting professional help, but given her public position in Sweden it was getting increasingly difficult to handle the situation. Victoria had planned to study at Uppsala University, but after intense media speculation and public discussion when pictures of an evidently emaciated Victoria in sleeveless dresses at the Order of the Innocences Ball and the gala dinner for the incoming state visit from Austria surfaced in April 1997, the royal court decided to confirm what was feared. After a press release from the royal court in November 1997 announced that Victoria had eating disorders, plans changed for her and she moved to the United States where she received professional help and studied at Yale University. By making this drastic decision, Victoria lived an anonymous life while getting professional help and recovering without having to worry about media speculations or if people were recognizing her on the streets. In an interview with Bjorn Karlgren for SVT2 in June 1999, Victoria said, "It was a really hard time. This kind of illness is hard, not only for the individual but also for the people close to him or her. Today I'm fine." In November 2002, the book Victoria, Victoria came out, speaking further about her eating disorder. Victoria said, "I felt like an accelerating train, going right down. During the whole period, I had eating disorders and was aware of it. My anguish was enormous. I really hated how I looked, like how I was. I, Victoria, didn't exist. It felt like everything in my life and around me was controlled by others. The one thing I could control was the food I put in me." She further said that what happened cost and I was the one who stood for the payments. "Now I'm feeling well and with the insights I've acquired through this I can hopefully help someone else." Princess Victoria made her first public comment about her anorexia at a conference on bullying held at the University of Örebro. In 2008, she also spoke about her face blindness. Titles, Styles and Honors. Titles: the 14th of July 1977 to 31 December 1979. Her Royal Highness Princess Victoria of Sweden. The 1st of January 1980 to 9 January 1980. Her Royal Highness the Crown Princess of Sweden. The 9th of January 1980 present. Her Royal Highness the Crown Princess of Sweden, Duchess of Västergötland. Honours: Swedish honours. See also List of honours of the Swedish royal family by country. Sweden. Member Grand Cross with Collar of the Royal Order of the Seraphim. Sweden. Member of the Royal Family Order of King Carl XVI Gustaf. Sweden. Recipient of the Defence College Medal, Gold. Sweden. Recipient of the 50th Birthday Badge Medal of King Carl XVI Gustaf. Sweden. Recipient of the Ruby Jubilee Badge Medal of King Carl XVI Gustaf. Sweden. Recipient of the 70th Birthday Badge Medal of King Carl XVI Gustaf. Foreign Honours: Austria, Grand Cross of the Grand Decoration of Honour for services to the Republic of Austria, Gold. Belgique, Knight Grand Cordon of the Order of Leopold. Brazil, Grand Cross of the Order of the Southern Cross. Bulgaria, Grand Cross of the Order of Stara Planina. Denmark, Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the Elephant. Estonia, Grand Cross of the Order of the Cross of Terra Mariana. Estonia, Grand Cross Order of the White Star. Finland, Grand Cross of the Order of the White Rose. France, Grand Cross of the National Order of Merit. Germany, Grand Cross of the Order of Merit of the Federal Republic of Germany. Special issue. Greece, Grand Cross of the Order of Honor. Iceland, Grand Cross of the Order of the Falcon. Japan, Knight Grand Cordon of the Order of the Chrysanthemum. Japan, Butterfly Dame of the Order of the Precious Crown, 3rd class. Jordan, Knight Grand Cordon of the Supreme Order of the Renaissance. Latvia, Grand Officer of the Order of the Three Stars. Lithuania, Grand Cross of the Order of Grand Duke Gediminas. Luxembourg, Knight Grand Cross of the Order of Adolf of Nassau. Malaysia, Honorary Grand Commander of the Order of the Defender of the Realm. Monaco, Knight Officer of the Order of Grimaldi. Norway, Knight Grand Cross of the Order of Saint Olav. Romania, Grand Cross of the Order of the Star of Romania. Tunisia, Grand Cross of the Order of the Republic. Ancestry.